Hello, welcome back to my eBay workbench. Today is Wednesday. It's April 23rd. It's after 9 already. I've been trying to drag my feet unpacking orders tonight because it's been a unbelievably slow sales day. I think I had 4 sales and I don't think any of them are over $15, $16. So all said and done today, we're probably going to end up about 40 bucks, maybe not even that much, probably 30. Okay, here's my spreadsheet. We're going to look at yesterday's sales and add them to our tally board over there. I think it's 7, but I'm having trouble with this computer right now, so we'll see where we're at. Oh, come on. I ordered that new computer and I can't wait for it to get here because this is my backup one since I dropped the one the other day. And this backup one is pretty questionable. It works most of the time, but there's a lot of little weird glitches with it. Okay, yesterday we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yesterday we had 8 sales, which is probably more than we've had in quite a while. And yesterday was Tuesday, so let's add those to the tally here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there we go. Looks like Tuesday has took the lead, or at least has caught up with Friday. So we're keeping our eye on this to see which day of the week gets the most sales on average. Okay, we're going to pull these 4 orders, very small ones. They should be pretty easy to pack. And we're going to do that right now. Get the eBay app open. Free science books, free Spanish books. We don't need any of that. I'm closing everything out here and opening up the eBay app. And just these 4 things to pick. So I don't even think I'm going to grab the basket. We're just going to carry this stuff by hand. Okay, BR5, that's in the bedroom. There's a little container in here that has pins in it. This one is in P2. I put numbers on each of these little compartments to make it easy to find these pins when I need them. I had a few of these German Eagles. They look a little bit questionable what the intention is, and they have sold. I got a lot of these from a police auction or from a police officer's estate sale. Okay, C3 is a hat. I think it's going to be this one. This is a vintage Cubs hat, or at least a vintage logo. I'm not sure how old the hat is. Probably not that old. Right in here, Cube 6C. We have a little coin purse. And then the last thing is going to be... Where is this? This is a variation listing, which I don't do very often, and it organizes stuff differently when you do variations. So let's see if I can figure out where this is. I might have to go to the computer to look because it's not going to show me on this phone. Okay, so the SKU. All right, let's go to this. I think I'm going to have to click revise listing and then see what this custom SKU says. CL mid 2B. So somebody recommended at one time to do board game replacement pieces. Now I forgot if I said A or B. Somebody recommended doing board game pieces as variation listings. I think maybe the idea was to try to, if you can list 10 items under one eBay listing, you're not using up as many of your listings, your allotment of listings. I'm not sure if it works that way, but I took that advice and I kind of wish I hadn't. I would rather have these each, I can't find these. I'd rather have these each just listed as individual eBay listings instead of under this one listing because it causes some problems that I don't like. All right, somewhere in here should be these little mother, daughter, father, and son pegs that go to a Game of Life, vintage Game of Life game. But I'm not seeing them, which makes me afraid that they sold already and somehow or another got relisted. Okay, not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's not this. It's not this. It's not this. All the rest of this Game of Life stuff is in here. And now that I'm doing this, I'm having some kind of vague memory of selling these little people that go into your game. Okay, Millborns, that's not it. Here's the spinner dial for Game of Life. These are life insurance and fire insurance for Game of Life. All right. Okay, so not only was this a bad sales day, it looks like I sold something that I don't even have. This will be the first time this has ever happened, and I'm pretty sure that those things were supposed to be in here. I have heard people saying that occasionally you'll sell something and then eBay will relist it for some reason. And I fear that might have happened to me. But let me just check that listing again. Make sure I'm looking in the right box. I'm pretty sure I am. Ouch. Hit my head. Okay, let's go revise listing again. So I might have, at some point I might have ended and relisted this item, this listing, and I wonder if that would refill in the variations. It's a real pain to do these variation listings. So I'm not sure why it would be a good thing to do. Okay, it shows 0 available, but I don't know. I guess I could go, let's see. Game of a Life. Let's see if I can go into really old. I think I have everything that sold in 2024. Okay, we'll start with 2023. I have the entire year in one spreadsheet, every single thing that sold. I'm going to search this and nothing. Then January. I need to get this spreadsheet a little bit more manageable. Here's 2024 Game of Life. There's one. This is not it, because this could be it. This would have been in January 2024. Let's see if eBay, I think they keep your sales history for 3 years. Is that right? So we'll go to all orders and then last, we'll do a custom time period. And we'll go all the way back to January of 2024. Let's go all the way to December of 2023. And then we'll search by item title, Game of Life. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, these just sold. Yeah, these sold already. I sold these over a year ago. I sold these in June of 2024, so I'm going to have to cancel this. And this is going to affect my seller rating. I mean, I think you have quite a few. I don't know exactly what the percentage of missed out of stock orders you can say. before it really affects you. But I'm going to have to just say these game pieces are out of stock. So this is only, I mean, I only sold these for $4.94. So this is going to affect my rating just for that small amount of money that I'm not even going to get. I'm going to have to cancel that variation listing and then check to make sure all that stuff is here. Because, okay, let's go back here. According to that list, I sold the cars and the pegs. And then here, what does it still show available? The cars, yeah. So when I relisted this, so I guess here's a lesson. If you have a variation listing, you've got to be very careful, very, very careful about canceling and relisting. I'm going to end this listing right now while I'm thinking about it. Okay, listings active. So we're only going to be listing 3 things. I mean, we're only going to be packing 3 things today. And then we're also going to take a hit on the account. Okay, let's go in here, search for Game of Life. And then I'm going to end this listing right now until I can do an inventory of that stuff. And I might not even bother relisting it. This is all stuff for like $4 or $5. You know, there should be 10 items left out of that. There were 13 originally. I sold 2, so it should be 11 parts left, and each one of them is only like between $4 and $6 or something like that. So I'm not going to be losing too much money. Oh, this is a fiasco. Okay, let's go back to orders. Oh no, let's go to orders, all orders. And this is a person who asked me to give them a special deal, and I did. And now I'm going to have to cancel the order. Select a reason, and I'm going to have to say out of stock. I mean, I could be questionable, ethically questionable, and say buyer asked to cancel, or there's an issue with the buyer's shipping address. But that neither one of those is true. So I'm going to go here, say out of stock. And I think there's probably a place to give send a message to the buyer. I've never done this before. Okay, just says cancellation pending. So I'll have to message that buyer individually, separately, and apologize. Let's go back to the solds in April, and then we're going to remove that line. So we just got 3 orders to pack today. So this was already a disappointing sales day, and now it's extra disappointing because I've just hurt myself as a seller. I don't think that it will affect my account until I've had, I think they give you like 2%. Let's see. Let's look this up. Okay, go back to eBay. Go back to my eBay. Let's go to performance and then seller level. Excuse me. So right now I'm a top rated seller. I have 0.08 defect ratings. And so the only thing on here, I mean, this thing that I just canceled is probably not on here yet, but there was one order of something that I was, while I was packing it, I dropped it and it broke. And I canceled that order. And then I contacted the buyer to tell them I'm sorry. And they said, well, how broken is it? And I showed them a photo and they said, well, I'll just take it anyway. So I gave myself a defect when I really didn't have to. So right now I've had 1 defect out of 1,261 transactions. I'm guessing I believe they track each year. And somewhere it should say, okay, here it is. Defect. Top rated. Right now I am at 0.08. If I have to get to 0.5% of messed up orders before I would drop to above standard, and then quite a bit more before I'd be considered below standard. So I don't think it's going to affect my account to have to cancel this order, but I would rather not have had to do that. But there it is. We made a mistake. I'm going to try to fix it if I can. Offer my apologies to the buyer, and I can't really blame it on eBay, even though that is a pretty unusual glitch. If you relist a variation listing, it's just going to fill everything back in as if you're starting all over. You know, everything was all like it was brand new, like I restocked the whole thing, which I did not. Okay, this cardboard's a little too ugly. I'm going to put that back. And then I'll take this. I'm just going to use this as a little protection for this pin. I'm going to wrap it in some bubble wrap. So yeah, there was an estate sale that was a police officer who passed away, and he had collected a lot of police related pins and lapel pins. This one is just a German Eagle. There were a lot that said like German Police Officers Society or whatever, so I'm assuming this guy was of German descent. In any event, I bought a whole table of pins, probably, I don't know, maybe 60 to 100 lapel pins, and I've been selling them slowly. Some of them, just on their own, a single pin, were worth $30 or $40. A lot of them were in the $20 range. I did do some lots. You know, here's just a stack. Here's 8 or 10 lapel pins, police themed related lapel pins. So this was in June of last year. And so I averaged it out that I spent 55 cents per pin. So like I said, some of them I sold for, most of them I sold right around like $16 to $25 in that range. And then there's a few left. This one only sold for $8.99. I have sold, I think I had 3 or 4 copies of this exact same one. So this is the last one, all the rest of them sold. And they all sold right around this same amount, $9. Lapel. Let's move this over here. This is going to be like 1 ounce, not even. 0.1. Early on when I was selling these pins, I tried selling them through the eBay standard envelope program. I'm not even sure why it let me, because they're not suitable for that program. So you just put them in basically a regular envelope and send them through the mail, and you get a good discount on it. eBay has worked out a good discount with the post office. But those kind of packages, those envelopes go through sorting machines. So I think I sent 2 lapel pins that way, eBay standard envelope, and one of them never arrived, and the other one arrived broken with the lapel post, the pin part of it broken off. Okay, this is just a little vinyl coin purse. It definitely doesn't need this bubble wrap, but I'm gonna put it on it anyway. I'm gonna do it this way. So this is like, it says Gilson Martins, and these were made, I think, in Brazil. Is this Sao Paulo, where the Christ the Redeemer statue is? So I looked these up. I didn't find one that's exactly the same as this, but I found a little bit of several similar ones. This one has a little bit of, looks like sticker residue on here, trying to get off. Anyway, not a big seller. I only paid $1 for it, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not even that much. Whoops. Yeah, I paid $1 for it at the Goodwill in January. That's so I've had this for 3 or 4 months. And I sold it for $16.19. So I like this kind of stuff, little small items that are easy to store and unbreakable. Even if you're not really making a huge profit on it, this is an easy thing to keep. So this is a decent sale for me, even though it's only going to turn a $13 or $14 profit. I was happy to sell this one. Okay, so I guess we learned a lesson tonight basically I'm going to go through all of my variation listings and cancel them. I think I probably have 4 or 5. I don't think they're very difficult to make, those listings. They're really designed to be like if you're selling a t-shirt and you have some that are size small and some that are size medium and some that are size large, etc. Change purse. This is again 0.1 ounces. It's going to be the exact same size, 9 by 7 by 1. And this is going to AVW. Where's this? California. It's a cute little change purse. Okay, so then I guess the last thing we're going to be packing tonight is this. This Cubs hat has this vintage style logo. I've never even seen this. I don't remember ever seeing this logo in use in any fashion. This is a 47 Cooperstown collection. Not a high value hat. I got it for $2. I sold it for $12.99 plus shipping. This one seemed to go pretty fast. Yeah, this one I just got in at sort of the end of March. I just rearranged, I put this shelving unit here and rearranged some stuff out here, so now I have to remember where my boxes are. I think I could probably fit this hat in this box. Yeah, so I'll keep everything small today. I usually use like an 8 by 8 by 8 box, and I chop it down to 8 by 8 by 5 or something, 4. But I don't want to spend any time chopping down boxes tonight, and this is going to fit perfectly in this tiny little box. Okay, let's tape this up. I'm still thinking about that missing order. That's disappointing. I mean, it's disappointing to lose out on that $3 I was going to make on it, I guess. But you know, just the fact that I've got another strike. This is 5 ounces, and it's going to NA. This is just going to Chicago, so it's not too far. 10, 7, 3. Okay, since there's only these 3 orders, we're just going to leave. I'm just going to let the camera run while I buy these labels. It's only going to take a couple of minutes. Let's see. We'll go here to the notification bell. Click this paid ship now button. It should open up the bulk label purchasing tool. I wouldn't call 3 bulk, but I'm going to buy these all at once. If it opens up anything, here it goes. Okay, so the lapel pin is only 1 ounce. Wait, where is this? This is the wrong page. Tell me my internet is out. I have a feeling that either the eBay is down or my internet is out. Looks like eBay is down. Okay, I'm going to cut this video and then we'll see if anything starts working anytime soon, and then if it does, I'll come back and finish up. Come here, Bob. Come here, buddy. Okay, so we're having a bad packing day, bad selling day, but at least we got our little boy here. Came down to see what we're up to, so that's good. He's been, we're going into storm season, so he is having a lot of trouble with anxiety, and I think he probably just heard something. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come down here on his own. Pineapple, you're too close. Pineapple boy, you're too close to the camera. Nobody can see you. Nobody can see you. Here, bud. Sit. Pineapple. Here, sit. Here. Sit down. Sit. Okay, do whatever you want. Okay, none of the links that normally go to this bulk label page are working. So there's something definitely screwy with eBay right now, which is annoying. Okay, that pin is going to cost $4.33 to ship. Put that straight into the spreadsheet here. German Eagle pin. So that pin earned $8.69. Okay, next, this is Chicago Cubs hat. This is 5 ounces. And it's 10 by 7 by 3. Oops. I'm used to the other computer that has a number pad over here. This little keyboard doesn't have that, so I'm struggling here. This whole day has been a struggle. Okay, that hat, we're at $10.26. Now, finally, the little change purse. Again, 1 ounce. 1 ounce. My fingers automatically go over to where the number pad should be. 9 by 7 by 1. Every one of these packages is $4.33, which that seems very unlikely, so I have a suspicion there is something more going on with eBay, some other glitch. Anyway, those 3 packages from today, I mean, it's only 9:30, so we might get some more sales tonight. But right now, our sales for the entire day is only $30.22. So this is a bad sales day. Plus I got that strike on my account now. We'll see. Sometimes those strikes come and go. They don't get assigned for some reason. So I know I had some strikes for late shipping when I had about, I don't know if I put 13 packages on my porch. And okay, this is not plugged in. This is the problem with using this computer, taking it all around the place. Everything has to be plugged in every time. One time I had several late delivery strikes because my carrier picked up the packages off my porch and did not actually scan them until 2 or 3 days later. And it was during the Christmas season, so everything was running late anyway. So once those packages were not scanned within my 1-day shipping window, and they didn't arrive on time, they put strikes on my account for maybe 13 or 14 packages. I put in a request to have that appealed, and my argument was like, look, you can see all 13 of these packages were mailed on the same day. There's something obviously went wrong with USPS, and then they removed the strikes for, I don't know, some certain number of them and left some of the rest of them. I'm not sure how they decided which ones were going to be strikes and which ones weren't, but that's what they did. Anyway, did not affect my account in any real way. All right, here we are with $30 worth of packages that are going to go out with tomorrow's mail. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day and we will have more sales and more items to pack in our next video. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.